Hey guys, so it is June 16th and it's actually Father's Day, but I'm on my way to work and we celebrated Father's Day yesterday. I'm gonna go to work and hopefully it's a quick, fast day. I did have a call in today. One of my associates said she was sick, so it's just gonna be 3 people today, me and 2 other girls, so hopefully we don't get too busy. It's Father's Day, so I don't expect that many customers to come in. It turns out I ended up coming to work like 30 minutes early. I didn't realize I left so early, so I have plenty of time to talk about the things I was going to talk about, which is my cluttering problem. So for years, I have been trying to organize my room and my closet because it's just so much. The thing is, it's so hard to let go. Like, I'll clean my room every once in a while, and I'm like, oh yes, I'm making progress. But then, like, it's mainly all shoved in the closet. So, a couple of months ago, I had my daughter try to help me because I felt like such a hoarder, and we went through my closet, and there was just so much I just didn't want to let go of. I did let go of some things, but there was a lot I just couldn't. And, I know, like, I love my things. I love my crafts. I love my, I have all kinds of stuff, like, for sewing, for, pottery, for, scrapbook, like, anything. Any kind of craft you can think of, I pretty much own, like, the materials for it. So, I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna have a yard sale, I'm just gonna get rid of everything. But then I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get my money's worth on this stuff. Like, there's no way. Like, I could sell everything for like $100, which no one's gonna pay $100 for everything, and I still wouldn't get my money's worth. So it's super hard for me to say, okay, I'm just gonna sell it because I know I'm ripping myself off. It's new, you know, most of it's new. So I thought, okay, instead, because I know when people come to my house and they're like, oh, I really like this or whatever, like if it's my mother-in-law or something, I'm always like, oh, you can have it, you can have it. Like, I'm so quick to give people things. If they say they like it, I'm like, oh, get it, keep it, because you like it more than I like it. Obviously, I'm not caring about it too much. It's easier for me to give people things than for me to sell things because I feel like if I'm giving it to them, they like it. That alone for me giving it is worth it to me because I know it's going to be used. It's not going to be resold. It's not going to be wasted. So it's easier for me to give it to somebody that I know and know is going to use it than just to sell it. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to give my mother-in-law, she deals with sewing machines. Like, she rebuilds sewing machines and things like that. And she loves like those kinds of things. So she likes to sew and stuff like that. And she's given me a lot of like sewing things as well. So I'm just basically giving her back some of that stuff. But so I told her yesterday, like, hey, I have fabric if you want it. But I didn't give it to her. I don't know why. I guess I was being too lazy to get it. And also because I was still having a hard time of parting with it, to be honest. Because she's like, what kind of fabric? And I was just like, oh yeah, you know, just things I bought. And I never went to go give it to her, show it to her, because like in my head I'm thinking, what if you use it, you know? It's just so hard for me to get rid of it. But I know that my cousin and my auntie, they both they love crafts as well. They make things as well, and I love what they come up with. They're so creative. And they do all kinds of crafts as well, as far as like making dolls to making journals, like all kinds of cool things. Like, they're really good and creative. So I'm just going to give it all to them. I'm actually going to go visit them in July so I can just pack it up. Hopefully I'll have room in my car because, you know, with me and my family and our suitcases, I don't know if I have room because this is a small little C-Max unless we take the truck. So I don't think we will because the C-Max just saves a lot of money in gas. So I'm going to try to like pack it really well so that I can give her like a lot. But there's just so much because I want to give them like pretty much everything in my closet. But I just got to get rid of it. You know, I've been like struggling with it. It breaks my heart to try to get rid of it. It breaks my heart just walking in my room and seeing everything. I'm just like, why is it so messy in here? Why do I have so much junk? Like, I can show you like a little clip of just the chaos that's in there. Like, the rest of my house is nice, and then you go in my room, in my closet, in my bathroom, it's just horrible. Oh, I hate it. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Yesterday I went in the pantry and I did try to organize some of it. I got rid of a lot of food that expired, but then there's still a lot of things that's there that I just need to get rid of as well. Like, I need to take out some of the stuff that's in there that we're not using and just like get rid of it. So I do plan on having like a big yard sale, which is gonna be mostly all my things. But I have to tell you, because the thing is, sorry, I'm like moving my phone around a lot. I've been asking God, like, I've been having this feeling inside, like, oh man, something great is happening with my life. Like, I have a purpose. Like, God has a plan for me. And I felt it so strongly. Like, I mean, I feel it so strongly. And I kept asking, like, all the time, like, God, what do you want me to do? Like, what's going to happen? What am I supposed to be doing? What should I be focusing on? What do I need to change? And I just wouldn't get an answer. Like, I would be like, please show me in a dream, or please just tell me. And I wouldn't get an answer. And so then I finally, like, realized, because I kept saying, like, oh, I want such a big, beautiful house, which I do have a nice house, but I wanted something big and like just a luxurious, like, beautiful, beautiful house, right? Like a big, nice house. And luxurious, I guess that's the word, luxurious house. So anyway, the thing is, God said, you have a nice house, and why should I get you a bigger, nicer, beautiful house when you can't even take care of the one you have? And I was like, well, that's true. Like, I have a big, beautiful house. Like, I love my house. Like, why should I get a new house if I can't take care of the one I have now? So then I was like, okay, I'll just start, like, redoing this house. I'll start adding to this house. I'll start, like, fixing it up. So we bought some light fixtures that look really nice and pretty compared to the ones that used to be there. I wish I took a picture. I should have. But I think I still have the fixtures, so I can show you. I decided that we're going to do a backsplash in our kitchen that we hadn't done since we moved in. We just, like, kept postponing it. So we picked out some tiles for that. I was like, oh, we'll just go ahead and get that swimming pool we've talked about. Like, once we get everything paid for, like my cars and everything, then we'll go ahead and, like, get a in-ground pool put in. Like, we're just gonna, like, decide that this is our house, we're living here, and we're gonna take the best care of it that we can. It's like, yeah, that's the plan. Like, that's what God wants me to do. Enjoy what I have now. So then I have this other problem where I'm like, why can't I let go of all this stuff in my room? Why can't I just let go of it? I'm not using it. All this stuff in the attic, I haven't touched in 5 years. It should be gone. I'm like, why can't I do this? Why is it so hard for me? And I don't know, I just didn't know what to do. And so then I realized that God had said, like, in order to find my purpose, I can't get to that place where I want to be until I take care of the place that I'm in now. So if I were to, like, all of a sudden win the lottery, dream come true, right? That's not going to improve my life at all, right? Like, I'm just going to be the same person I am now. Like, there's a whole process to growing and being able to take care of that situation. Like, when I'm in that situation, if I didn't go through a process on how to handle myself, then I'm going to be worse off. So I realized that. There was, like, this other point I was going to make, and now I just completely forgot it. But moving on, if I remember, I'll say it. So yeah, I just know that I need to get rid of everything I own. Not everything, obviously. Like, I just need to keep the stuff I'm using. My clothes, my makeup, just a little bit of stuff. Like, everything else I'm not touching, I just need to get rid of it. Give it to a good home, have a yard sale, like, just get rid of it, because this stuff is holding me back. I am going to become more and more, like, of a hoarder if I don't stop now. Like, I have to learn to let go, and I don't need to buy any more junk, and then I can, like, improve myself. I feel like once I'm done with all that stuff, like getting everything out of my house and having a nice clean house, then I can take better care of myself. Like, myself can be my own focus. I don't have to focus on my house or anything else, just me. And so I think that's going to be, like, the biggest improvement in my life. So this summer, that's my goal, is to, like, declutter, take care of my home, and take care of myself. There's this other point, and it's like, I can't think of what it is. I might have to pause this video and think about it. 1 second. It took me, like, a second to think about what my point was as well. So one of the things that I said that I wanted, like, you know, I believe we can manifest whatever we want, and you just have to know what you want in order to manifest it. And so this whole time that I've been asking God, what's my purpose, I've been trying to figure out, like, how to manifest my life. But I was like, you can't manifest it unless you know what you're asking for. Like, what is it you needed to be doing? I didn't have a goal or anything like that. And I said, well, I know for sure I don't want to work here anymore. Like, I love my job. I really, really do. But I would love to have, like, financial freedom. I would love to be at home. I would love to go on vacations all the time. I would love to be at home, honestly. But then I realized that God said, you can't just stay home. Let's imagine, like, right now, you were able to just stay home. You're financially free, like you won the lottery or whatever. You're able to stay home. Your life isn't going to go anywhere. You're just going to be like a slob at home. So I have to go through this process. In order for me to stay at home, I have to know how to handle my life so that whenever I am a stay-at-home person, I actually have meaning. I'm not just sitting there wasting my day watching TV. I'm actually being productive and changing something. So if my goal was to volunteer more, well, right now I'm not volunteering at all. So if I started volunteering, like let's say I started making it where, oh, every weekend I'm volunteering, I'm doing something at a shelter of some sort, well, then that's going to become my life. Then it makes it more meaningful to be like, okay, I can't be working anymore because I'm completely involved in this, and now this is what I want to be doing. See, that makes more sense than for me to be like, well, if I stop working, then I can start volunteering more. Well, then, like, once you stop working, you probably won't. You probably just, like, sit around and do nothing. You'll probably, like, every once in a while think about, like, oh, I should go do this. And maybe you might do it every once in a while. Maybe you might do something at a church or something, like a church function, But the thing is, you have to be involved and you have to prove it that you're going to be able to handle being at home alone. So that was my point, is like, I can't find my purpose until I go through this process. And once I go through this process of finding out who I'm going to be and how I'm going to make my life more meaningful, then I'm just going to have to go through the process. I'm just going to have to, like, figure out, like, what am I going to do with my free time? How am I going to manage, like, being at home alone? I won't until I can figure out how to do it right now as I'm going through it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds like I'm talking in circles and stuff, but it all makes sense. So right now, my goal is take care of my house, get rid of everything that's just sitting there not being touched, and then start improving myself, and then finding more meaning in what I want to do in my life. And then I'll be able to be financially free, be able to stay home and make a difference in my life and others. So yeah, I'm excited, and I don't know, hopefully it's helped someone else out there too, because maybe you guys are struggling too, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. I say just pray on it, and eventually you'll get an answer. All right, bye.